What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you guys may know, we are in the playoffs here, but I'm bringing you guys in on the Super Bowl. So to catch you guys up on where we've been, we won the AFC Championship game against the other user, who happens to be the Browns. They put up a good fight, but we ended up coming away with a victory. It was like 17-6 or something like that, or 17-9. I don't know. It was a close win, not a high-scoring game, but we made it to the Super Bowl. The other guy that was in the NFC, the Bears, actually lost to the Eagles in the NFC Championship game just by a little bit, and so we're facing the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Now, I was going to consider streaming this game earlier, but I only have a little bit of time, and well, we have a 28-0 lead going into the fourth quarter here. Eagles about to possess the ball again. They just have not done much against us so far today. They've missed 2 field goals. Carson Wentz has thrown 2 interceptions. And it's looking like we're going to come away with a Super Bowl victory here today. So it'll be interesting to see if we can close this thing out. I just figured I'd bring it to you guys at the end here. I'm going to be doing some chew clock. We're going to be seeing a lot of defensive gameplay. So at that point, that's pretty much all I got to say. Let's get into the action and see if we can pull off our Super Bowl victory here. I figured it'd be worthwhile showing you guys if we do win the Super Bowl. Just because, you know, showing you guys the results, you know, showing you guys that, you know, I am what I say I am at the game. If you do watch my channel, I'm pretty good at it, and at least decent at it, you know. We're gonna come out. We're gonna give them a cover 2. Because they have not been doing well throwing the ball. Yeah, another batted pass. Wentz has just not done much so far this game, like I said. 2 interceptions, lots of incompletions, lots of batted passes by our secondary, so our team's playing really well defensively. You know, aside from that, that's just where we're sitting. Calvin Benjamin back here to return the football. Juke too early on that one. Alright, now it's time to just run and chew some clock and hopefully get you guys some Super Bowl presentation here at the end. See who the MVP of this game is. Phillip Rivers having a really good game. He's been sacked like 5 times though. So for some reason, and I'm assuming it's just because we're playing better teams in the playoffs, we've been sacked more in the playoffs than we were during the regular season. Fletcher Cox himself has set a Super Bowl record for sacks. He's sacked me 4 times now this game, so that's definitely worth noting, if you ask me. I should note that Melvin Gordon, you guys saw, was injured prior, you know, in the last game of the season. He is back for the Super Bowl, which is really nice. So we've been mixing it up, going between him and Austin Eckler, trying to split time with them, and they're both doing a really good job on the ground game. Now, the Eagles were stopping the run early on. They have failed to do so since. And so we have just continued to roll on the ground. You know, we can just pick up, you know, huge chunks of yardage just by doing dive plays and whatnot. So we've really started to weaken their defense up to this point. They've been tired. They've been on the field a whole lot. Their offense has failed to maintain any good drives. So that's pretty much just where we're at with it. Trying to find a couple different run plays here. Certainly not opposed to passing the ball a little bit, but I think they're trying to strip the ball right now, so I just need to make sure that we hold on to it and don't let them strip it away from us. I'm going to go pistol, go with the halfback stretch out of the pistol real quick.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Running on first down,
Eckler gets a yard. Now Eckler's injured. Hopefully that's not too serious. Either way, he would be back by next season.
We'll get an update when we come back.
Yeah, we're going to go with the stretch one more time.
On second down.
Nice move by Melvin Gordon, able to get up there for a gain of like 4 or 5 yards. Yeah, they've allowed 113 yards on the ground. Bruce Shoulder will return. I might as well just bring him back. I don't see any reason not to. What do you got for us, Coach? What do you want us to run? It wants us to just keep running the ball, which is fair. They can't really come back at this point, so just keep chewing the clock and probably get a field goal here, if anything. That's going to be from the 30-yard line. Yeah, we'll take a field goal.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play
Badgley puts it through, makes it officially a 5-score game, an insurmountable lead at this point. Let's go ahead and kick it off, and hopefully they're not trying to pass the ball around. Hopefully they just accept their defeat at this point, but no guarantees on that one. Like I said, I apologize for not bringing you the AFC Championship Browns gameplay. Circumstances just dictated that I wasn't really able to stream that one. There's a lot going on around me, so couldn't really stream that one, and didn't want to stream this one if it ended up being a blowout, but do want to at least bring you in for the celebration and everything at the end, and maybe give you guys a little bit of stats updates on everything through the season so far. Technically speaking, we didn't have anybody make the Pro Bowl this year, which is actually a nice thing, because that means that they have pulled Super Bowl players out of the Pro Bowl, which I don't think they've done in the past. But this year in Madden, they actually made it so that the Super Bowl players don't play in the Pro Bowl, which I find interesting. It doesn't give you the Pro Bowl nominations, which I think is disappointing. So it doesn't tell you that, you know, this guy would have been in the Pro Bowl and this guy replaced him, which hopefully is a thing that they'll do in the future. But, you know, I'm at least happy to see that they're moving in the right direction. Aside from that fact, I mean, yeah, we had a couple of season awards. Drew Brees won MVP, which is nice. I did want to mention that this is going to be the first Super Bowl win for the Chargers in their franchise's history, so that's really nice. They have been to the Super Bowl once. They lost the Super Bowl. They got kind of beat up in that Super Bowl. So it's really nice that we're able to get a win for this franchise. I think that this is what Phillip Rivers needs to actually go into the Hall of Fame. You know, be a sure lock to the Hall of Fame is adding this Super Bowl to his resume, adding this MVP award to his resume. He's a pretty sure lock to enter the Hall of Fame now at this point. So that's nice to see. Just figured I would mention that as well while we chew off the clock. And I am a Chargers fan. They're my second favorite team behind the Steelers. They're a lot of times a disappointment because they have really talented teams and don't seem to do much with it. They're much like the Steelers in that they find ways to lose games that they should win. So with that being said, we're going to let this clock run down for the final time. 31-0. An absolute domination, absolutely dominating victory here for the Los Angeles Chargers. And let's see the Super Bowl winning presentation here.
And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was
confetti rains down. Los Angeles Chargers are Super Bowl champions. Dogpiling on the NFL logo. I'm real curious to see who they give MVP to, because I had good games from a lot of players. Both, you know, actually all three of my receivers, Hall, Williams, and Allen, they all did really well for themselves. You know, Phillip Rivers could probably get it because he was the one passing the ball around. The running backs both had good games. Melvin Gordon had almost 100 yards. I could see it going to, it's probably going to go to Phillip Rivers if I had to bet. Hunter Henry actually had 2 touchdowns as well, so it's possible that he could get it because he had two nice touchdowns, quite a few receiving yards for us, which is good to see.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is
player of the game, that would be Super Bowl MVP. They give to Phillip Rivers 312 yards, 3 touchdowns, and I think that's at a 90% completion rating. He just threw he had a gem of a game, absolute gem of a game. And here we go, hoisting up the trophy. Keenan Allen, Melvin Gordon, Phillip Rivers, and there was another player up there that Jatavis Brown, the defensive captain. Great game out of these guys. Hopefully you guys are interested in seeing some more of this franchise as we move forward. It'll be nice to see what happens during the offseason. Hopefully some of these other guys in the league can improve their teams a little bit and get up to par. Let's go stats-wise and just kind of show you guys what happened. Phillip Rivers had I think that's a perfect passer rating, or that's close to a perfect passer rating. I don't know the number, but a really good game from him. Like I said, 312 yards, 3 touchdowns. Melvin Gordon had 86 yards. Austin Eckler had 46 yards. A touchdown to boot for Melvin Gordon, receiving-wise. Keenan Allen did a good job. Mike Williams had 119, Hunter Henry had 33, and Emmanuel Hall had 61. So we were able to stretch the defense quite a bit. Mike Pouncey did get beat in the center by Fletcher Cox, which really wasn't much of a surprise. And another one that was a surprise injury that came out of the AFC Championship game was Nasir Adderley got injured. And so Deshaun Elliott had to start this game for us. Deshaun Elliott actually came away with 3 total tackles, 1 for a loss, and a half a sack. So did a decent job for us on that end of things. Interception-wise, we had 3. Keon Crossan, Derwin James, and Casey Hayward. And then sack-wise, Jatavis Brown had a sack and a half, Melvin Ingram, Joey Bosa, and Deshaun Hand. So production coming from where you would have expected it to at that point. And then there's no other stats of note. So let's go ahead and finish the game here. Bounce out to the main menu. And we should be able to just move forward to re-sign phase, and I'll take care of all that stuff, and I'll update you guys as I go if that's something you want to see. I'll update you guys on how free agency is going and whatnot. But like I said, if you guys are interested in seeing more of this as we go forward, or any other franchises, leave that like on the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel here if you're new. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.